morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm meadsy69. Welcome back to the channel, and the new update brings the Italian tank destroyers. Now, these tanks could potentially break Blitz. Honestly, these tanks I just think are super strong. But on the other hand, there are some downfalls with these tanks. But today we are going to look at the tier 10, the top of the tree, the Minotauro. Now the armor on this tank is insane. It's a very strong tank. It really is a very strong tank. So let's just have a look at the stats. So the turret on this thing is 240 millimeters. The hull is 270. So 240 on the turret and 270 on the hull is very strong. You've got damage per minute 1845, which is nothing. It's nothing for a tank destroyer in tier 10. Usually you're looking at around the 3,000 mark, maybe a little bit more. But yeah, 1,800, that's pretty much like 1,000 less than the next lowest, almost. So you've got, of course, it is the auto-loading gun, but it is the new, let's just have a look to see if we can see it. Let's click there. So it is the new reserve shell. So all shells except for the last one reload relatively quickly, which it does, 9 seconds or so. The use of the last shell use the last shell as a reserve. So basically, never use the last shell if you don't need to, because the reload is very long. It's about 20 odd seconds for that last shell. So only use that last shell in reserve. Like if there's a tank that's a one shot, then of course you can use that last shell. But yeah, you need to try and keep that last shell reloaded as much as you can to maximize that DPM. So as you can see here, shell 1, so the last shell is 21 seconds. 21 seconds to reload. But both of the other shells are around 9 to 10 seconds. So 9 seconds is not bad for a reload, especially as you are doing 490 alpha per shot. So you can reload all 3 shells. You can then shoot it, do almost 500 damage, then either wait 9 seconds for it to reload again and do another almost 500 damage, or you can shoot the first shell, then in how many seconds? So 9 seconds, 3.5 seconds, you'll have the second shell. So you could do a lot of damage, but always try to keep that last shell, unless, as I've said, unless the tank is a one shot. So the alpha 490, as we've said, the heat is 410, which is more than, well, I mean, it's not bad. 410 is still not bad. And a nice 630 with your HE. The aim time isn't great at 4.2, and the dispersion isn't great at 0.398. It does have 10 degrees of gun depression, which is very nice, going with the armor profile that it's got, and the speed is 34 kilometers per hour. So stat wise, I mean, the DPM, of course, yeah, it doesn't look great. But honestly, I think this tank could break the game. I think it's overpowered at the moment, the way it is. I do think that this tank is a little bit overpowered. That's just my personal opinion. Of course, you guys might think a little bit differently. But, I mean, even here, this Kranvargen, he isn't the best of players. He isn't the best of players, and he just can't pen me. As you can see, third shot, he's just about to get me, and we bounce. So he can't even penetrate me. But as you can see here, what I'm doing, I could take the shot, but that means I'm going to reload for 20 seconds. So I'm just going to wait. Just be patient. That is the most important thing with this tank, is be patient. Also, you got to remember, if you do fire that second shell, you have that 3.5 second or whatever it is intra-clip, and then you have your 9 second reload. So you're looking at about 12 seconds between each shot, which is still good. It's still not bad for what it is. I love what they've done with the camouflage. I think the camouflage looks absolutely fantastic. It does look like an absolute beast. So yeah, just one shot here on the Jaegeru, second shot on the Jaegeru. and I've still got one shell remaining. Now, it is a 3 versus 3 at the moment, but I'm still full hit points. So if I'm able to reload 3 of my shells, which by the time I get to the team, I should be able to reload all 3 shells by then. And because of how it is, because of how the tank is with the auto-loading or auto-reloading system, you do actually pump up that damage very, very quickly. Very quickly. You don't realize how much damage you actually do. But yeah, it's a nice tank, and at the minute I definitely think it will be nerfed, I think, in the coming updates. I don't think it will be nerfed the next update, but for what it is, it doesn't really need the armor profile that it's got. It'll be nice. It is nice to have some armor profile, of course, but honestly, I don't think it needs the armor that it's got. I think it is way too strong. And honestly, I do think it should be, the armor profile should be nerfed a little bit. I just think it is way too strong. As you can see here, we've bounced 1500 damage. This is a tank destroyer. No tank destroyer should be doing what this tank destroyer does. So just a couple of shots left here on the Progetto. So we've got one shell left, and we thought, you know what? We're not going to bother reloading. We're going to take the shot, and we do get a nice roll and a nice little ram. So that is 1500 block damage, and we do get 3 kills with 4000 damage. And at the minute, because not a lot of people are playing this tank, that is an easy mastery there. And again, I've literally, since the update, I've had 2 games. Look, just 2 games. That is all I've had. And yeah, both games were pretty much very, very similar. So this one on Oasis Palms, you can see the only thing with this tank, because I do think it is super, super strong, and also there are other tanks out there, like the Type 71 is super, super strong. When you've got a team like we have here, we've got 2 of these Minotauros on my team, 1 on the enemy team. I do think, obviously, at the moment, you're going to get that because it is a new tech tree, and you're going to see a lot of them. And over time, I think they will become more. If Wargaming don't nerf these tanks, then a lot of people are going to want to grind this tank, because how it is at the moment, it is super, super strong. In my opinion, it is OP. In the right hands, played correctly, it is OP. If someone is just sitting there shooting all 3 shells, without reloading without keeping the 3rd shell, then yeah, it's not that OP. The armor profile, of course, is still overpowered, but yeah, you need to play it correctly. Make it like it's a 2-shot auto-loader. I mean, even there, I know that was a hopeful shot, but you could just see, like, it is crazy. It is a crazy tank, and you could just see the armor profile there of even the tier 9, which is strong, and I think the tier 8 is also strong as well. So when you're reloading, the way I play it is I do kind of forget about that 3rd shell and just go hiding. When you're on a reload, I do go hiding. If you can, do reload that the 3 shots, because you'll benefit. But even here, look, I'm going to go for the shot because it does mean that I will get that kill. But now I've got to wait 20 seconds. But the reason I took that shot, because now I'm on my way to get to get closer to the red tanks. And by the time I get there, I should have reloaded at least a couple of shells. But you've got to remember, you've got 20 seconds or 21 seconds, and then you've got another 9 seconds. So you're literally, if you shoot that last shell, then you've got to wait almost 30 seconds, because you don't want to keep like reloading that last shell. So yeah, you've got almost a 30-second wait before you reload 2 shells. So do bear that in mind. So just this here, I'm going to leave this guy because, again, I've only got 1 shell reloaded. He's now on 80 HP. I'm not going to waste a shell. When there's 2 tanks around him, I'm not going to waste 1 shell going for 80. It is not worth it, especially how it is a 5 versus 4. It was a 5 versus 4, and there are still quite a bit of hit points left. So right now, yes, I am farming this, and I actually do forget that I've only got 1 shell left. So I paid the price there because now I'm in front of a Jaegeru. It is a 4 versus 2, and I'm on a 20-second reload. So you know what? I think, yeah, I'm almost full hit points. I can take a shot from the Jaegeru. I don't think he's going to aim at me anyway, and I'm just going to get behind him. But we still managed. It looked like we've done nothing this game. it looks like we've done absolutely nothing, but we've still done 3.8k damage. Now, the Jaegeru is the last tank left, and at this point, it's an easy win. So we've reloaded 2 shells, so I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go for it now. Get the damage. There's 1 shot. There's 2 shot. 517. He is now low hit points. And that is basically my game. So I could have, and I should have, actually reloaded that 3rd shell, because I would have brought him down to a 1 shot. But with 3 other teammates, we are going to take him out. So that is a nice, easy 4.7k damage. Like, very, very easy. The tank is overpowered. Definitely you should grind it. It is a strong tank. It is a fun tank to play. And it's a very, very nice. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what your thoughts are on the Minotauro. Do you think it's OP or do you think it's shit?